On May 5th, 1991, British musician Joe Jackson was the host on A.E Revue, which was the Sunday morning program that Arts and Entertainment Channel conjured up to compete with CBS Sunday Morning. And host Jack Perkins is one of my favorite interviewers. And check this one out and you'll see why. He asks good questions. They're not standard, boilerplate kind of interviewee questions. You can tell, unlike Larry King, he actually does a little bit of homework or knows a hell of a lot. Either way, I respect Jack Perkins. Good interview. Check out the other ones. The one with Lou Reed and John Cale's real good, too.
We've been focusing on real life in the arts. Well, our next guest explores the complexities of real life through his songs. Since his debut album, Look Sharp, back in 1979, Joe Jackson has been entertaining and provoking us on everything from his generation's disillusionment to the difficulties of personal relationships. Joe Jackson's latest album is called Laughter and Lust. And, Joe, you call those two of your favorite pursuits, is that accurate?
Pursuits. Something like that, I suppose, yeah.
I like the way you start the album with a song called Obvious Song. And that's the social and that's all the protests, it seems to me, rolled into one.
Yeah, all the political comment stuff and all that. It's all in one song so that you can get it out of the way. Because there's enough of that stuff out there.
Then when that track ends, it's almost as though, okay, that's done. Now let's have fun.
Yeah, well, the rest of the album is about sex and the absurdity of life, basically. So, but some of it is a tragic as well as comic absurdity.
All right, now we're talking now about artists and how they reflect real life. You believe, reflecting the absurdities of real life in these songs?
Yeah, I think so.
Caricaturing life a bit?
In some ways, I think there's quite a lot of satire in the songs as well.
Often has been in your works.
Yeah, I seem to have a problem with just making very black and white statements. I tend to find it more interesting to be ironic or to put a twist on things in some way.
Apparently audiences do also find it interesting. You've been speaking to audiences through your songs now for all these years. Do you find yourself talking to a different audience today with different interests, indeed different lives than you were when you
I don't know. That's very hard for me to say objectively. I mean, I think some of them are the same people and some of them are people that have come in along the way somewhere, and some of them...
But even if they're the same people,
I don't know.
Are they the same people, or just the passage of time has made them different?
Well,
in other words, the life that you are being ironic and satirical about today, has it considerably changed since you started doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the 80s we're still in the 80s, which is a decade that I'm not very crazy about. Whatever the 90s is, it's not become apparent yet. It's too soon, so we're sort of at the dog end of the 80s. And
well, it's usually the artists who let us know what the new decade is going to be, who help define ourselves for us.
Well, in retrospect, usually people say that, yeah. But if you did something that was so staggeringly original that no one else had ever done it, no one would get it. You know? It has to have some relationship to what's gone before, otherwise people can't understand it. So, I mean, for any artist to really seriously think that they're leading the way into the future or something, I mean, I don't think that's... You can't write like that, you know? I mean, you write what you write because it's in your heart. And you can't help it being contemporary because you're writing it now, you know? Do you know what I mean? But if you try to do that, it doesn't work.
You're reflecting this very moment. And let's give you a sample. Joe Jackson is going to walk over, pick up his melodica, join his accompanist, and perform one of the songs from his latest album, Laughter and Lust, released just this week. The song is called Stranger Than Fiction.
Thank you for watching Cleveland Live Music. I can't play a lick. That's why I'm a taper. Thanks for watching the channel and making it grow. If you want to subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Patreon and GoFundMe would be appreciated. Maybe I could get guitar lessons.